Ah, Betty. Leaving the house without any breakfast? You've been through quite an ordeal. What Steven did was unforgivable. You've been crying. And you haven't gotten much sleep, have you? How could you have after such an embarrassing and humiliating evening? I know how difficult and painful it is for you to take a hard look at Steven. But you must do it, Betty.
Please.
It may seem cruel to you now, but someone's got to force you to look at the truth. What kind of man would have shamed his wife publicly the way Steven did you? What kind of man would do that, Betty?
There's nothing more you can do or say, Mr. Peyton. You've succeeded. You've used me to hurt Steven. But there's nothing more you can do.
Do I detect a note of finality in your voice? Does that mean that you've told Steven about the contents of the will? Is that it? Because if you have told him about the will, I'd venture it proved too much for him. He couldn't face it. He couldn't live with it. It's all over between you and Steven. Am I right, Betty?
No, Mr. Peyton, it's not all over between us. You may have done us a favor, a very big favor. Because now Steven knows how much you hate him. And now he knows that his marriage is the only thing that counts. No, Mr. Peyton. Our marriage isn't over yet. It's just beginning.
I thought you might like this, Mrs. Cord.
Oh, yes, thank you. How much longer do you think he'll be?
Well, I expect he'll be in any minute now, or he'll call.
Hello, Betty.
Oh, you scared me.
That's what I do. I scare people.
You came to see Steven.
Yes.
Well, he's not here. Why don't I have him call you?
Would you rather wait alone?
Yes.
Okay.
No. I don't know. Come on in. Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you. How are you? And Steven, how is he?
Well, I've been all through this with your grandfather, and I'd rather not talk about it anymore.
Would you rather I waited outside?
No. I don't know how Steven is. I told him everything last night about the Blaine report and lots more.
Well, what did he say?
Nothing.
I'll get you some more coffee. Mrs. Cord would like some more coffee.
Certainly.
Your wife is in there. That's nice. What you come here for?
Steven, I have to talk to you.
Not until I get my work done.
You have a minute to listen to a few facts about that Blaine report?
You were the one who went to see Elliot Carson last night, weren't you? To tell him not to print it.
That's right. My father, a long time ago, admitted that it was a deliberate misinterpretation of the facts, Steven. Deliberate, to break up my marriage. Now, you don't want that kind of thing to get in the paper.
No, of course not. Thank you.
Well, that's all I came to say.
Wait. Does he know?
I didn't tell him.
Tell me what?
Sit down. Sit down. Peyton's new will names my wife principal beneficiary on the condition that she's married to you. And I'll repeat that in case it didn't sink in. Betty Anderson Cord is principal beneficiary if she's married to Rodney Harrington. If she's not, the fortune goes to the Boston Historical Society.
Well, he's kidding. He couldn't have.
It's true.
Play by play, it gets even better.
Well, give it to me. Come on.
Your father heard the old man changed his will. So, with the Blaine report in one hand, he suggested to my wife that she steal the will, which she did. She's really terribly clever. En route to his office, though, she read it, because she's a woman. But she didn't tell me what she read, because she's Betty. Then the Blaine report arrived at my desk. Well, perhaps you know all this. Perhaps you sent it to me.
I didn't send it.
Well, it's irrelevant anyway. I made a decision, if you care to listen. Okay?
Okay.
My wife may lose a fortune, but she's not going to lose a second husband. I'm not a puppet. I wasn't built to be manipulated. By you, your father, Peyton, or anyone. Now, is that quite clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Rodney. You will never get her back.
Hello, Rodney. Business seems to be booming.
What are you doing here?
Marveling at your mechanical aptitude. I don't know much about motors.
Yeah, or people.
You know about my will.
Do me a favor, will you, Grandfather?
Anything.
Leave.
Rodney,
Leave before I say something I don't want to say.
I have to talk to you.
Well, I'm not interested in anything you have to say. Just leave, will you?
Well, it would be nice, Rodney, if a man could be overhauled as easily as a motor. If there were spare parts you could purchase that would keep you going forever. But there aren't. Knowing that, a man must take what steps he can to ensure that whatever power he has is passed on to... Rodney! Rodney! Rodney!
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Why'd you come back, Chandler?
I just want what's mine.
Rachel.
I don't like being pushed, Weber. Carson's pushing me.
Did buying and selling human beings become more fascinating than corporations? Is that the only kick you've got left?
We both know he's not incompetent, Stephen.
Do we? Before I finish with him, he may not be able to deny it himself.